I'm Storm Track Cloud Meteorologist Ellen Baca. Let's go ahead and dive into the forecast, see what's going on for your Christmas week. Okay, so this is what we have in store. Of course, we've been dealing with that big storm system that's just been wreaking havoc across the United States. Luckily for us, it's starting to die down, and it pushed off our coast good 24 hours ago. We're still seeing a lot of cold air and really windy conditions. As that cold air moves over to the ocean, you can see it kicking up more clouds and even some showers, and that's just because it's really cold air hitting those Gulf Stream waters. If we zoom out here and take a look at where that storm is sitting right now, you can see it's still really big, but now it's moving into New England, on up through Canada. Going to be giving New York quite a bit of snow through the rest of the day today, and in fact it dropped about a foot of snow at some of the high elevations in the Appalachian Mountains over in West Virginia. So it's good that this storm system is finally starting to die out. But again, see how it's wrapping in and circulating in a counterclockwise manner? It's so strong that it's still wrapping down some cold air for us. So right now, temperature-wise, it's about noon on Saturday, December 22nd. We're sitting at about 45 degrees. Overnight last night, we were in the 30s, and we're really going to cool off tonight because we're still going to have cold air in place, but those winds that have been bothering us for the past 2 days or so are finally going to die down. Now, you might think that if we didn't have wind speeds, it would feel warmer, but these winds have actually been making it hard for us to cool off at night. So right now, winds out of the northwest at about 15 miles per hour across the board, 20 miles per hour along the coast, causing a little bit of coastal flooding around the Outer Banks. Again, those should be dying down tonight, and because of that, our temperatures are really going to drop. We're going to have clear skies and winds out of the west at about 5 miles per hour, so expect those inland temperatures to be around 24 to 28 degrees and coastal temperatures in the 30s, which is pretty chilly for the coast. Here's a look at that storm system in our future track mode. One thing I want to point out is these lines that are circling it. These lines that you see are pressure lines, and the more pressure lines a storm system has, the stronger it is. And this storm system has quite a few. Notice how tightly packed they are. Every time we have pressure lines that are really tightly packed like that, we usually see strong winds. So even though the storm is pretty far away from us, it's got those tightly packed pressure lines all the way down by North Carolina where we are. But as this kicks on out today and then on through tonight, notice over North Carolina these pressure lines get wider and wider, spaced farther and farther apart. So that's one of the reasons why our winds are going to be dying down tonight. So overnight tonight, clear, calm, very cold. We'll have a high-pressure system in place for the start of your Sunday. So Sunday should be really nice, less winds, a lot of sunshine, really quiet. But notice this storm system coming up from the Gulf, centered right over the Mississippi, Alabama area. This storm system doesn't have very many pressure lines associated with it. In fact, it's not that strong at all. But what it will do is it is going to be giving us some showers for your Christmas Eve. So here's Sunday night, 10 o'clock. You can see some clouds being pushed into our region because of this storm. And then as we step through Monday, those clouds will probably increase and thicken, but the rain probably won't get here until the afternoon. So here's a look at Monday, 7 o'clock. Expect your Christmas Eve to have a chance for some scattered showers as we get into the late afternoon and those early overnight hours, and then quickly drying out behind it. Again, notice those pressure lines, not that many, so this is a pretty weak storm. So this storm system kicks on out pretty quickly, being steered by the jet stream out into the Atlantic, and we get a really tiny high-pressure system for your Christmas day, a little bit of a Christmas holiday gift. It's going to keep things very quiet, very warm. We're looking for a high of 62 degrees, and then it quickly exits too. So here's Tuesday, Christmas Day, at about 9 o'clock. So in a span of like 24 hours, we've seen one weak storm system come in, a weak high-pressure system clear us out, and then another storm system gear up. So this is Christmas night. Notice this storm system getting ready to move in. It has a lot more of those pressure lines than the previous one, so it is a stronger system, and we're kind of keeping our eye on it to see what it's going to be doing. As we go through Christmas night into the day after Christmas, looks like it should track right over North Carolina, so we are anticipating seeing mostly cloudy skies, a chance for a thunderstorm, and a good chance for some heavy rain, looking like we could see a half an inch to almost 3/4 of an inch with this system as it passes through. This is 10 a.m., should be giving us rain all day, and then wrapping in some much colder air behind it. So as this storm system leaves, it could definitely cause a lot of snow once again for the mountains, West Virginia, the mountains of Virginia, northern North Carolina. So if you have to travel, really keep that in mind the day after Christmas. And then once we get to Thursday, we clear out again, but it is much cooler. Looking like we'll jump up to 68 for Wednesday and then drop to 44 for Thursday. So a lot of ups and downs for your holiday forecast. I guess the one good thing is if you're traveling today, tomorrow, even Christmas Eve or Christmas Day, it looks like the forecast should hold out. The biggest forecast challenge right now, probably nationally and even locally, will be Wednesday, the day after Christmas, because we have that rain coming in. And there's a chance that depending where that cold air sets up, we could see heavier snow in some of the mountain areas. So we are keeping our eye on that for sure. Then it gets much cooler Thursday and Friday, and we're also tracking potential for a storm system around New Year's Eve that will keep us cold. So you'll want to keep it tuned here. And, of course, we love when you check our YouTube channel. And we get to spend a little bit more time explaining the forecast to you. So make sure you tune back in. And thanks for joining me today for a look at your forecast.